Maybe you've been scrolling way more than you wish you had, and minutes turn into hours, and then at the end of the week, you're kind of horrified at the amount of time you spend scrolling, and maybe it's been going on for a long time. So let's do some EFT tapping to hopefully change the kind of the pleasure center or the perceived pleasure or positive things you get out of scrolling at the subconscious and energetic level, so you don't have to willpower against it, but maybe you will just not be that into it anymore. I also recommend that if you find yourself scrolling, pause and do this video, give it 5-10 minutes, and if you want to continue after that, you can, but maybe this will create the shift that you need to start to do something else. Even though I've been scrolling a lot, and I know I have things to do, but I almost can't stop myself. It's almost stronger than me. And I deeply and completely accept this. I have this urge to scroll. And once I start, it's difficult to stop. But it never feels that great afterwards. I feel like I wasted my time, that my brain is rotting. I don't even remember most of the videos I watched. And maybe I even feel anxious. And I'm not scrolling because I'm bad or stupid or lazy. Part of me is scrolling because there is a perceived benefit that I get from it. Something about scrolling makes me feel good. Or maybe it prevents me from seeing some of the bad. Maybe it gives me a bubble of escape from some of the worries. When I scroll, I can disconnect from some of the hard things of my life. I can tune out from some of the fears and anxiety about important things. It's a way to get a moment of peace and maybe entertainment. So no wonder part of me resorted to doom scrolling. It was fulfilling a need the best it could. Maybe what I hadn't realized yet is that while it feels kind of good while I do it, it doesn't feel good afterwards. And it makes those feelings I'm trying to avoid more powerful. And the more powerful they become, the more I need to scroll. What if I could try something different just for a few minutes? What if I could acknowledge some scary truths out loud? Because maybe they lose a lot of power, more than I think they can, over me. Maybe I'm deeply stressed about money. I have no idea where it's going to come from or how I'll have enough. And all of the things I've tried haven't worked. So I don't want to try more and be even more panicked if it doesn't work. Because then the consequences would be terrible. And I've been avoiding that. Maybe it's a relationship in my life that's been creating anxiety. Whether that's a narcissist family member, a stressful boss or colleagues, unsupportive people around me. Or maybe a healthy relationship and I'm not used to healthy. So part of me wants to dissociate by pushing the fears and anxiety in a corner of my mind. So I'm taking some time to acknowledge all of them and say it out loud. Understanding that scrolling is fueling that fire. So maybe I can find a balance. What if I set one achievable goal a day? Whether that's work related, or reading a little, or meditating. And once I've done that, I can scroll. It doesn't have to be one or the other. For now, I focus on baby wins. And I'll probably notice that the more wins I get, the less I want to scroll. What if it's one small, achievable decision a day that makes a massive difference? Maybe I choose to put the phone in another room so I don't scroll in the morning. Or maybe I wake up and write about one important thing I want to do this day. And I do it as soon as possible. Because doing that gives me confidence. It gives me a sense of safety and control. That what I say I do gets done. And that's the simple recipe to self-confidence and mental peace. I can certainly do that. So I will stop seeing this as a scrolling problem. And I will shift my mindset to keeping a small promise I made to myself today. And all of the good vibes I'll feel when I do it will be enough to become more indifferent to scrolling. This can be a natural and rather easy process. And I choose to be open-minded about the fact it can be natural and rather easy. Take a deep breath in and breathe out.